I was just saying, Samya, that I went to this dinner, and some people. So we were like a group of women sitting, and one got up to go to the loo, and so when she went, just when she went, people started talking about something about her, and I was just sitting and listening, and and then I mean, I was there, and they said something. I was like, "Acha, really?" And then later on, I thought to myself, "Yaar, wo uski dost hai, and she just went to go to the loo. She's right there, and you're saying things about her." So I'm again, I know that you and I are not saying कि हम holier than thou हैं. It's not like that at all.
No, no, we're
One
not.
has made mistakes and one has learned, and I feel कि जितना अपने आप को रोक लो ना किसी इस तरह की situation में, I wish now,
हाँ.
looking back, I wish I had said that, guys, like she's right here, and if you think this XYZ, why don't you just ask her?
Yes, exactly.
And not
I
take
think,
not partake in that, not even say yes or no in that conversation, not so up by default, you don't mean to do it, but you are there, so you have become a part of that.
yes, of course, 100%, 100%. And Aisha, now that we are much more spiritual, I think we have to also realize that our religion really says not to do this. Backbiting is, कहते हैं ना कि अपने भाई का मरा हुआ गोश्त खाने के मुका, it's like equal to that.
Hmm.
So, I mean, the comparison of that given to backbiting, I mean, can you imagine that? I
Hmm.
mean, so तौबा इस्तगफार अल्लाह माफ करे. And like you said, yes, हमने भी बहुत गलतियां की हैं. हम कोई नेक परवीन्स नहीं है.
Yeah.
But if you can correct yourself and if you can, fix what you did wrong, it's good enough, right? To move forward, try not to do that. So I try very hard also because मैं मेरे पास टाइम ही नहीं है. अच्छा, मेरे पास तो टाइम ही नहीं है इसका. एक्चुअली मैं तो इतने अपने आप को मैंने बिजी कर लिया कि मैं इन चीजों में वक्त जाया भी नहीं करना चाहती.
हाँ, आई एग्री, आई सेम हियर, दैट्स व्हाई बहुत सारी जगहों से मैं फिर अब मुझे होता है कि अगर कुछ नहीं कह सकते तो फिर आप जाएं भी मत ऐसी जगह में
जाए
जहाँ आपको
बिल्कुल.
पता है कि दे विल बी मेकिंग फन ऑफ अदर पीपल, और आई जस्ट
हम्म.
फील क्या फायदा है फिर, आप यू फील बैड एंड यू।
अच्छा, ऑल्सो पता है क्या होता है लॉट ऑफ टाइम मेरा देयर अनदर थिंग, ये तुमने कहा ना, मेक फन. People are not confident in themselves and they are unhappy themselves when they do these things.
perhaps.
I the other day someone said कि तुम्हारा वो hello Samia, simple story, hello अस्सलाम वालेकुम, मेरा जो my peeve, that hello Samia, hello everyone, assalamu alaikum. So they were
हाँ,
trying to make fun of it. But because I'm so confident in my own self, in my work, in who I am, and I just love myself, I couldn't give a flying dash about what they said, how they said it. It
yeah.
just didn't matter to me.
Hmm.
And what I took from that conversation was they are envious of where I am in my life, as in Samia Ahsanuddin, where I am. So
Hmm.
it's okay. And it's okay because maybe they couldn't achieve what I have achieved, or maybe they are feeling that they can. But if they worked at whatever they are doing, they could be the best in their capacity also.
Yeah.
But वो भी नहीं करना. So mm, I think it comes from resentment at times also. People resent your life, whereas they may not know your like challenges behind closed doors also, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So ऊपर ऊपर से सब सही लगता है.
Hmm.
That's another reason on my Instagram, on my blog, Aisha, why I keep it so real. Because हमारे लोग तो हमारी age group तो चलो जो है सो है. For the younger generation, I
Hmm.
want them to know that everything is not perfect. Your
Yeah.
makeup, my 2-minute makeup that I do every day just to look a little good to myself, it's not for anyone else, is is also the clean face is what we get up with. बाल इधर उधर हुए में, that is what normality is. बाल गिर रहे हैं मेरे तो, मोटे पतले हो रहे हैं आप. These are all part of life.
Yeah.
There's no perfection. There's nothing like. So I don't know. People gossip करते हैं, बहुत करते हैं, इस तरह की चीजों के बारे में भी करते हैं. I'm sure करते होंगे. मुझे तो होता है कि मेरे बारे में करते होंगे,
करें
सोचते होंगे
भाई,
कि
करें।
मुझे फर्क नहीं पड़ता ना. वही बात है,
एंजॉय
आपको
करें
कब
भाई, करें।
फर्क पड़ता. हाँ बिल्कुल.
आई ऑल्सो फील करना है, करो यार, नहीं अच्छा लग रहे हम, वट एवर, इट्स
Yeah, it's okay. It's
I
perfectly
don't need to
fine.
be in your space ना, if there is an issue
Yeah.
that you have with me, that's fine. कुछ पूछना था, भूल गई, दिमाग से निकल गया. दिस इज, आई स्वेयर, पेरीमेनोपॉजल ब्रेन. एनीवे, tell me the feeling left out when friends meet without you. Your take on that. Do you feel left out when they meet without you? Yeah.
None.
But I
Okay.
would you feel left out if, for example, Amna and I met and we
If
went Delhi?
yes,
Yeah.
if you both met and I wasn't there, I would kill you. I would just show up.
Yeah.
But like I'll tell you another thing. Like when I was in was I in Lahore? Yeah, when I was in Lahore for Amna's son's Walima, you and Zaina met up, right? One on one, right?
Yeah.
For a while. For a second, I was like, मुझे क्यों नहीं बताया तूने? But then Zainab wanted to meet you because she and you don't meet one on one.
Yeah.
I meet you all the time.
Yeah.
I'm always there, right? And you come, I meet you one on one. So that was for a second it did. अच्छा ये क्यों मिल रहे थे मेरे पास
आमना
Zad.
भी नहीं थी,
But
आमना भी नहीं थी.
I'm not. वही ना. But then when you think of it in a like your mature 51-year-old thinks about it, you're like यार ये बेचारे तो दोनों आपस में कभी मिलते ही नहीं है.
Hmm.
She lives at the other end of the world. She lives here. They hardly meet, and it's nice. It's so. Then it became happiness for me. Oh, I'm so glad they're meeting, and like catching up on their own.
Yeah.
So for me, like that. And but otherwise, generally, with people meeting here in Dubai and all the
Yeah.
नहीं, I don't anymore. पहले शायद
हाँ.
होता होगा कभी, but जब छोटी थी, younger थी, छोटी गई वैसे जैसे 4 साल की. But when I was younger, and someone. Maybe I felt like that. I don't even remember, but I don't anymore. I have the Jomo, by the way.
हाँ, yeah, same here, Jomo. Oh my God, like Samia, that's yeah, I swear. घर में किसी तरह बस बैठे रहे. No, you know what I feel a little this thing about is खुद आप बुला नहीं रहे लेकिन आप irritate हो रहे हैं या you're getting offended
Pissed
that
off.
I have not invited you but you're not inviting me either. So why are you
Yeah.
getting offended by me not inviting you?
A
But
friend of mine said this to me 2 nights ago. She said, XYZ people, she's having a sahur. And she said, XYZ have not invited me in the last 2 or 3 years, and they've had parties and all of that. They've not invited, and मैं करी तो they're going to expect मैं बुलाऊं. So I said, नहीं, बिल्कुल ठीक किया. And
हाँ,
I think so. It works two ways,
both
right?
ways,
आप
yeah.
बुलाओ या आप कभी तो बुला लो ना.
And I feel when you're inviting the whole world and then you're singling out certain people, that's also not nice. और अगर आप नहीं
नहीं,
बुला
that is
रहे
not nice.
and I
That
feel
is not
that
nice.
but it's your prerogative आपने नहीं बुलाना ठीक है लेकिन फिर आप कंप्लेन भी ना करें दूसरे बंदे से अगर वो बंदा भी फील करता है कि भाई ठीक है if they don't invite us they probably don't want us in that space and that's okay so
Yeah,
that's why we don't need to invite them either because
that's perfectly okay. And Aisha, लाहौर में भी बहुत तुम लोग यू आर वेरी सोशल एज अ कपल यू आर सोशल एज योर सेल्फ यस बहुत आना जाना रख रखाव एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट है इन दोस्त तुम्हारी बहुत बड़ी फैमिली है माशाल्लाह अपनी फैमिली बड़ी है हर वक्त कुछ ना कुछ हो रहा होता है राइट
yeah
दुबई में भी इवन तो हमारी फैमिलीज यहाँ नहीं है बट हम लोग में फ्रेंड्स में हर वक्त हो रहा होता है and everyone is at a different stage of their lives like in my life my the banker group of friends that Ali has these are there a lot of them have older kids there's just 3 or 4 of us who have like little kids and the younger the ones who don't have kids in the home who've like gone mashallah studying or working their life is at a slightly different stage. So they can meet for lunches also. They can meet for chai also. I can't. So I have to say no. And I now do. I don't go to many, 90% of the lunches I never go to. 99% of the tea parties I don't go to because the traffic in Dubai has become horrendous. So getting from point A to B is a nightmare one. Secondly, the children are just coming home. Or now that I've gone into real estate, I'm going to office every day. So I'm
hmm.
there. I can't get out of that. Get you sorry. I'm going for my lunch. So मैं बहुत अरसे से नहीं करी बट कभी स्पेशल ओकेजन हो तो कर लेती थी पहले अब तो वो भी नहीं हो रहा बिकॉज टाइम ही नहीं है एंड
हाँ,
आई डू नॉट रिग्रेट इट और आई थिंक इट्स ब्रिलियंट बिकॉज आई एम डूइंग समथिंग कंस्ट्रक्टिव विद माई लाइफ फॉर माई सेल्फ सो आई
100%.
एम वेरी हैप्पी दैट मिल लेते हैं रातों में मिल लेते हैं डिनर्स में मिल लेते हैं तो
Yeah.
मिलना मिलाना तो हो ही जाता है
हाँ, that's true. And you said something to me many years ago, and I said कि there was a point in time when I withdrew from society, from many लोगों को
a lot
मिलती
of
थी
people yes
and
yeah
मैंने करी थी because मेरे में bandwidth नहीं था. I was just going through whatever I was going through.
yeah
And I remember you said to me, Aisha, it's really okay. एक डिनर करने की देर है, you'll be back in the social game if that is what you want.
yes
And it's
yes
so true because I feel in those years that I was quiet and by myself and meeting, just I had only you guys जिससे मैं
yeah
बात कर रही थी,
yeah
थोड़ी my cousin, whatever. I
yeah
felt I accomplished a lot more. And when I
yeah
went to study, जब मैं गई तो
yeah
मेरी supervisor ने मुझे कहा था, you have to be very guarded about your time. You have to protect your time.
Yes.
टाइम थोड़ा है वो तो शी वाज टॉकिंग टू मी अबाउट माई द थीसिस आई वाज राइटिंग बट आई ब्रॉट दैट बैक एंड आई थॉट टाइम जिंदगी में वाकई में थोड़ा है मैंने किस चीज को टाइम देना है बिकॉज समिया ऑनेस्टली
Yes.
दिस इज ऑल्सो अनदर पॉडकास्ट आई एम गोइंग टू डू बट इवन फ्रेंडशिप्स रिक्वायर टाइम एंड एफर्ट नाउ
Of
हाउ
course,
मेनी फ्रेंड्स
100%.
कैन यू गिव दैट टाइम टू सो
बिल्कुल.
चूज योर पीपल चूज व्हाट मैटर्स टू यू एंड उसी को फिर आप बिकॉज फॉर अस लाइक यू सेड बच्चे भी हैं घर भी है करियर भी बना रहे
Yeah,
हैं दोस्तें भी हैं
बिल्कुल.
जिनको आपने वक्त देना है जिनकी आपने
बिल्कुल. बिल्कुल. Who
often
you care
time
about, who you love. Yes,
yeah
of course.
because they also need you so वो भी
Of
है
course, 100%.
तो मेरा भी यही फिर इवेंचुअली हो गया था कि मैं ये टाइम है बस इतना टाइम है मैं एग्जॉस्ट हो जा मुझे किसको टाइम देना है अपने आप को भी देना है ना हम अपने
अपने
आप
आप को भी
को
देना, of
एंड
course.
एंड में ही रखते हैं एटलीस्ट आई डिड फॉर द लॉन्गेस्ट टाइम केप्ट माई सेल्फ लाइक एट द
Yeah.
लास्ट ऑफ माई प्रायोरिटीज एंड दैट्स रिडिकुलस बट या वन
I
हैज टू
think
बी
women,
गार्डेड
mostly, actually, all women do that. All mothers do that.
हाँ अवेयरनेस अब ज्यादा हो गई है लाइक
Ah,
पीपल anyway yeah I guess but खैर having said that but I didn't also stop my progress मैंने ये भी नहीं किया कि
good.
मैंने बिल्कुल अपने आप को खत्म
Alhamdulillah.
कर दिया बच्चों के लिए ऐसे भी नहीं किया
नहीं, बहुत अच्छा किया, बहुत अच्छा किया. I think that like I said before also, Aisha, each to their own.
yeah
जो तुम्हारी जर्नी है और जो तुम्हें सही लगा, तुमने वो किया. A
yeah
parent, a mother especially, will never do anything which is not right for her child. A mother, even a father, but more the mother, they will always do what they think is
hmm.
the best for their child.
Hmm.
So, sorry. So that way you have to also realize that, you did and you are doing what you think is the best.
Ah. Tell me what is your take on the guilt of not checking in on someone have you ever done that I say I doubt that you've done that but still
You know me well enough.
yes
No, I'm good like that. I'm a
yeah
good person like that. My parents have raised me really well. I give it to my parents that they cultivated this in us that दुख सुख में लोगों का साथ देना और check in on people you love and care about. So I'm good.
hmm.
Yeah,
good
you know me well. Yeah,
yes yes I know you हाँ
yeah,
I feel that
yeah.
जो मैं पहले बात कर रही थी ना it is very it's not possible to check on the world but it is
No, it's
important
not.
to जो आपके
जो
ambit में
अपने हैं जो आपको आयशा जिनको जरूरत भी है कभी
हाँ
कभी ऐसे भी होता है एंड एक बात मैं कहूंगी जो कि मैं बहुत प्राउड हूँ आई एम वेरी प्राउड दैट आई डू दिस एंड आई होप गॉड ऑलवेज कीप्स मी in this way
हम्म
that I will ask people and I will call people and I will help someone to my own capacity
हम्म
and not expect it in return. Because there'll be many times that I will be the one doing that and the other person will not reciprocate, but I don't mind that. In my close people, I actually don't mind that. Maybe I've trained myself from that.
हम्म
Maybe my parents were like that, and also, but I don't mind doing that anymore.
हम्म
Never have I minded, and no, up to और भी ज़्यादा. Up to I feel God chose me to do this. He's put me in this world for a reason. If I can help someone and I'm doing that,
yeah
then I'm the chosen one. So, Alhamdulillah for all of that. So, no, I never, yeah.
आई ऑल्सो फील दैट दिस इज अनदर थिंग आई फील कि अगर आप अपने किसी को दोस्त को नहीं बता रहे कि आपकी जिंदगी में क्या हो रहा है तो वो दूसरा बंदा आप पे चेक इन भी नहीं कर सकता
बिल्कुल सही 100%.
उसको नहीं पता
बिल्कुल सही है. So, you have to share also. You
You
have
have
to
to
share
share.
that,
It's a
something's
give and
happening.
take. Sometimes
Yes,
it's it is for me. It's also I feel closer to the person if they are have
open.
if they're open, they're telling me that this is what's happened and know
Yeah,
कि भाई I'm there, I will
yeah.
be there.
बिल्कुल,
But then you have to
बिल्कुल,
also open
100%.
yourself to that person, and if you don't, then
बिल्कुल,
वो फिर वाकई नहीं हो सकता ना वो फिर big block
मिल नहीं हो सकता.
वो
Yeah,
flow नहीं
yeah.
हो रही एनर्जी की
बिल्कुल सही.
तो
बिल्कुल. It's all
even in
about the energy flowing. Yeah,
and it can happen in the closest of friends also. If you've blocked
I
yourself, you're not
agree. I
telling.
agree. I
So
agree.
then you're like, okay, ठीक है,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
बिल्कुल
So
ठीक है.
yeah, we've discussed feeling left out when friends meet without you, especially for coffee. So tell me your take on when somebody makes a plan but then cancels it. Relief or rejection? What do you feel?
Now the relief here, alhamdulillah. Let me
I
thank
mean,
you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But I am saying that if someone makes a plan and last minute cancels, if it's just a one-on-one, because you have taken out that time and if it's a time that is a busy time
yeah,
and you have scheduled that and
yeah,
then they do it last minute for a stupid reason. I mean, real reasons हो तो ठीक है, and you know the other person well enough, then बुरा भी लगता है. आप ह्यूमन है ना, आपने वो टाइम निकाल के 1 घंटा रखा है एक मीटिंग, आना जाना आधा घंटा, वो 1 घंटा 2 घंटे आपने अपनी लाइफ के उस बंदे के नाम किए हैं, एंड वो बंदा लास्ट मिनट आपको कह के मुझे तो मिग्रेन हो गया है और मैं तो पेट में दर्द हो रहा है भी, नहीं ना. नहीं, आप अपने मिग्रेन के लिए दवाई खाएं एंड देन यू शो अप.
हाँ,
बट आई मीन, बट रियल रीजंस होते हैं, कोई बच्चा बीमार हो गया है कि अम्मी की तबीयत नहीं ठीक है, एक्सीडेंट हो गया,
yeah.
तो वो डिफरेंट बात है. बट दैट यू हैव टू respect other people's time.
100%. Oh my God, that is my next thing. But coming to this, I feel that जो cancel कर रहे होते हैं ना, वाकई में it's for me, Samya. I think maybe because it's a Virgo thing or maybe it's just me thing, but I now cannot take inconsistencies in anything. In
Yeah,
relationships particularly where your second ये friend को बुलाइए आएगी या नहीं आएगी, I feel माफ कर दो बहन मत आओ, मेरे साथ
हाँ,
प्लान ही ना बनाओ, thank you. But yeah, I get
yeah,
I get irritated by people last minute canceling because I think it's not on, it's not about you. It is like you
yeah,
said, somebody taking that time out for you. And if
yeah.
that person's time doesn't matter, then really does that friend even does that person even
That
matter to
person
you?
even matter? No, they don't. Yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
So
And when somebody invites you and somewhere and shows up late, like half an hour late, 25 minutes late, 20 minutes late.
that's not nice also. But I'm guilty of that sometimes myself. So I have to, then that's not because I want to, it's because of the traffic. But now I'm trying not to meet people at a time when there's bad traffic.
Yeah.
You want to meet someone, you meet them at night when the traffic is really low, or you meet them near your office where you can, from the office, you can even like walk there, or you can like in 10-15 minutes get there.
Or plan
Because,
ahead,
and
yaar. Or plan
yeah,
ahead.
plan ahead and get there in time.
Get them.
I don't do that in meetings. If it's a meeting, I'll be there, in fact, 5-10 minutes early, and I'll wait in the car. I'm that kind of person for meetings.
Yeah.
But for dinners and parties and all, I will be late
Yeah.
because I put Noor to sleep myself to date, and I do not want to take away from that thing. So people say, "Oh, tum late aa gayi ho." I'm there for 2-3 hours after, anyways, right? The parties are starting at 8:39 and they're going on till 12:31. Even if I come at 10:30, I'm there for those
Yeah.
two and a half
That's
hours, right?
fine. That's
So
fine.
it's more important for me to put my daughter to sleep and then leave the house,
Yeah.
right? But I guess, like I said, one has to respect other people's
Oh, yes.
time.
That's
And
a
if you,
real pet peeve for me, कि आप टाइम दे रहे हैं और आप आ ही नहीं रहे, शो अप ही नहीं
yeah,
कर रहे, स्पेशली जब आपने एक टाइम किसी को दिया हुआ है,
yeah.
सोच
No,
के
no,
ही दिया है
meetings
ना.
have to be on time. Meetings, I'm never late.
I
On
think even
meetings,
social things, Samya, even social, like if I
ha,
say कि मैं आऊंगी or if there whatever's happening, I should
yeah.
at least have the decency to text you and say,
Of
listen,
course, that I'm running late. I
running
always,
late.
that is one I do. I will text you. If I'm getting late, I will text you. I will say that I'm stuck in traffic or I'm 15 minutes away. But then I keep telling, I'm say this many minutes away. I'm
Yeah,
like that person. I'll keep telling you how far I am because, and sometimes it's not your fault that you get late. You may plan ahead, but you're stuck in accident हो गया road पे, आप उसके पीछे फंसे हुए हो. So there are things that happen, obviously, but generally, I think one should really respect each other's time and be on time.
हाँ. I
Yeah.
think जो जनरल लेट कमर्स है ना, अब मैं सोचती हूँ कि मैं प्लान बनाऊं ही ना उनके साथ, बिकॉज देयर इज नो पॉइंट,
हाँ,
उसमें मैं इरिटेट होती हूँ
बिल्कुल.
स्कूल में, एंड देयर इज रियली नो पॉइंट, बिकॉज आई थिंक फॉर मी ऑल्सो, बिकॉज मेरी जॉब भी ऐसी रही है दैट आई हैव हैड टू टीच क्लासेस, सो आई हैव हैड टू ऑब्वियसली बी
Yes,
डॉट
be
ऑन.
on time.
सो दैट्स
Yeah.
लाइक अ हैबिट फॉर मी, सो मुझे कोई बुलाता है तो मैं टाइम पे पहुंचती हूँ. आई मीन आई डोंट लाइक मेकिंग पीपल वेट अनलेस कोई बहुत ही कोई चीज हो जाए. आई थिंक इट्स
Yeah,
नॉट नाइस.
I
Anyway,
agree.
so your take on people commenting on how healthy you look.
देखो, मैं तो
हेल्दी
पूरी
हो गई, आप
जिंदगी से
बहुत हेल्दी
हेल्दी ही
लग
रही
रही
हूँ. मैं
हैं.
पूरी जिंदगी हेल्दी इंसान रही हूँ, तो इसलिए मैं तो, but Aisha, with age, with life, I have tried to look after my own health, and I remember my sweetheart father-in-law, cutie pie, when I used to come from Lahore back to Karachi when I used to live there. You know, Lahore mein banda kha pi ke I used to gain thoda sa weight. मुझे हमेशा he would never say I put on weight. He used to say, तो बड़ी fresh लग रही हो लाहौर से ना बड़ी fresh लग रही हो तो cutie pie. So that I used to know that I put a bit of weight. In Karachi में सब इतने पतले होते थे तो वो जरा pressure ज़्यादा होता था. But you know what? Being healthy and being a little overweight is okay, but being unhealthy and being overweight is not good. For our age, we need to be, we need to eat well, we need to exercise. And it's for no one else. You're doing it only for yourself. And what people say, there people are just mean and nasty and
हाँ.
idiots, but one has to just be, you know, happy with yourself. I put on 6 kg after with my grief eating of condensed milk and pretzel sticks. I've lost two out of that. I've another four to do. But that happened, I think, for a reason. And every time I was doing that, I was eating, and no one around me was telling me also, but I was telling myself, I wasn't stopping still. I was telling myself, Samia, you're gaining weight, stop, stop, stop. But I couldn't stop. And I think one fine day I did stop. And then I realized, shit, I've gained like this 15 pounds. And I'm looking and everything is like fitted and
Yeah.
tight and ये जगह भी मोटी हो गई सब तो वो फिर आप खुद ही कंट्रोल करा खुद ही अपने आप को रोक के फिर then but then the journey to lose weight is really difficult in your once you turn I think over 40 now we are 50 but it's really tough to lose weight
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm eating well I'm eating clean I'm not eating too many मीठास कल रात को तो काफी खाया था but you know but trying to be and it's for yourself you're not doing it for anyone else people are just like people will say things that
Yeah.
but also some people will say it out of love. Some people will say it out of meanness. Some people will just want to make you feel bad. Some will say it out of concern.
हाँ,
So,
बिल्कुल.
and
हाँ.
you know those people. You know your people who will say it in what way. We are old enough, we're smart enough to know how someone is saying it, right?
Yeah.
So,
And I feel just somebody who's put on, like me, I've always been super thin, right?
then, yeah.
And so suddenly to be so overweight and all of that, I think more than people, मैं खुद अपने आप के साथ मुझे वो, I mean, I feel,
Yeah.
oh my God, and yet not doing anything about it as such, actively. And yet also because of a certain age, हर चीज slow हो जाती है, every body reacts
Yeah.
differently, every face
Yeah.
is,
Yeah.
you know,
It's very difficult as one grows older to lose weight.
yeah.
To maintain is not, but if you promise yourself and start exercising 2 3 times a week also to
हाँ.
start with even once a week twice a week you know you can get there
बेसिक चीजें होती हैं जो हमें सबको पता है इट्स जस्ट नीड्स डिसिप्लिन दैट्स ऑल इट नीड्स
discipline
डिसिप्लिन
it's all discipline
एंड ऑल्सो
consistency
आई फील हमारे यहाँ पे ना जिस तरह हम डिनर्स पे जा हाउ डू यू सो आई सॉ दिस interview of this actress who lost a lot of weight and she was talking about how when she was on that journey because she became obese for a film and then she had to lose in 6 7 months so she said that I actually stopped socializing मैं शाम को कहीं जाती नहीं थी I wouldn't go out to any restaurant I
true
would just tell my friends कि यार मेरे घर आ जाओ we can just eat something here. I mean, I recently had a dinner at my place and somebody came and this person for health reasons is just having one meal a day. So he didn't even come to the dining table. He didn't. He just said,
perfect good
just give me green tea, I'll just sip it. And nobody was forcing him either. I feel at many dinners and people are like, oh, you're not eating anything. कुछ तो लेके आओ ना कुछ तो
खा लो ना कुछ तो
तो
ले लो
हाँ,
ये ले लो
force लो अपने
so
आप
Aisha
को
I have a trick for that also
हम्म
that you know even though I also like more than खाना मुझे तो मीठे के बहुत पसंद है तो मैं
हम्म
मीठे की साइड पे जाती नहीं हूँ that is one way of like trying to when I was trying to actively lose weight now
yeah
फिर भी मैं एक दो स्पून खा लेती हूँ which is also not good because रात के 12 बजे खाना is really wrong but I will focus on the salad whenever I'm at a dinner I will go put this much salad and then I will choose the protein. If there's anything grilled, I'll just stick that. If there's no grilled thing, then I will, out of the biryani, I'll pick out a piece of meat or two pieces of meat
yeah
for that matter. No chawal maybe, but that lot of salad on my plate and that. And I will take it to wherever someone's sitting, sit away from the table and
mm.
eat it. If you're on a dining table, then it's a different, smaller dinner. But if you're sitting in a big dinner, you go sit aside and then you keep your plate in your godi for a longer time. You don't
Mm.
start very soon. That's the
Mm.
trick is if you start soon, you're finished soon.
Yeah
Try to be one of the last people to start taking food.
also I
That
feel
way,
go ahead
that way, then you will eat less.
yeah आई ऑल्सो फील या तो खा के थोड़ा सा चले जाओ या वटेवर, लेकिन आई थिंक कि अगर आप प्रोटीन लाइक यूर सेइंग ज्यादा खा लो तो आपकी क्रेविंग भी थोड़ी कम हो जाती है. दिस इज समथिंग आई हैव
हाँ,
सीन विद माई सेल्फ.
yeah,
लाइक
मैं तो
आई
I
नो
eat that the
या.
regularly. That's what I eat, so that works.
Acha, your take on people condoling at social gatherings like weddings and parties. Like you and I have lost a family member not too
Yes.
long ago. You with auntie and me with my father.
Yeah.
How do you feel about? I know you made a post about it. How do you feel about it? I think यहाँ पे भी तुम थोड़ा सा share कर लो.
I think when it was very new, Aisha, it was, I think, like they say, time is a healer. You never heal from things like this generally, but
Hmm.
when it's very new and it's very raw, it does bother you a lot more. Now I've had people, abhi recently एक शादी पे मैं गई भी थी this last weekend, and there were people who hadn't seen me who came from Karachi, and they did in my ear come and condole because most of them has seen that post and hugged me and said that it was fine. But sometimes if you are having a off day yourself and someone does, for me that is why I made that post. But that day was an off day for me. It was the 26th of a month, and Ammi died on the 26th of July. So the 26th somehow is it's a bit of an off day, I guess. So that day, that person, just didn't say, oh, sorry. She went on about it. That was the thing also. Okay, आपने कंडोल कर लिया, मूव ऑन, चलो ठीक है, हो गई खत्म बात. वो तो अच्छा तुम थी वहां, अच्छा तुम लोग पहुंच गए थे, अच्छा तुम लोग वहां थे अम्मी के साथ, अच्छा आप एक पार्टी पे हो. वो 007 पार्टी थी जेम्स बॉन्ड की. हाँ, लाइट्स फ्लैश कर रही हैं, लोग डांस कर रहे हैं, और ये मेरे साथ ये इतनी ऊंची म्यूजिक थी, और उसके बीच में शी इज टॉकिंग टू मी. So that triggered me. It did. I'm a very controlled person. I'm a very I control my emotions very, but I actually got really upset. But I didn't say anything to her. I just said, hugged her again, and I just went inside and I sat inside. And then वो inside जहाँ मैं बैठी सोफे पे, उसके आसपास से लोग बाथरूम जाए थे, तो they started seeing me and they were like, क्या हुआ तुम ठीक हो? I had to remove myself from that and go to another sofa. Then my closest two friends found out. They came and sat with me for a while. Ali came in and all. But I did get triggered. And for half an hour, 45 minutes, maybe an hour even, I just kept sitting inside.
Hmm.
And I didn't want to go home also because घर जाती तो मुझे पता or I would have been further sad.
Hmm.
That's the kind of person I am. And abhi bahar bhi jaane ka din hai. So I just sat inside for a while and, calmed myself. I was okay. And then, I went outside. But so I think it also depends on timing. Very soon after someone's lost a parent or a very close person is not a good idea to do that.
Yeah.
And if you have, and people say, कि, वो शायद तुम्हें बाद में मिले ना हो, so then silent hug is what I would say, suggest.
मत कहो
A
यार.
silent hug is good enough. People understand. People who've gone through, you will understand it. I will understand it.
People who
That
haven't
silent,
deserved. Yeah.
and that's I remember I told my sister that also, and I said that वो किसी के बारे में बात की थी. I said उसको तो पता ही नहीं है. And I think उसकी दोस्त ने भी उसको कहा था कि सना, जब तक you don't go through it yourself,
You
you
don't.
don't realize it. And her friend was right. Please, so saying that.
Hmm.
You
Hmm.
don't realize the pain. Abhi, while our Zoom call got dropped, I got a message from a friend who was in Karachi, and I sent it. I saw her message, and she said, now I understand, Samia, your pain, because she just lost her mother 10 days ago.
Hmm. हाँ वो जब सो वन वी नीड टू गिव पीपल द बेनिफिट ऑफ डाउट ऑल्सो. उनको नहीं, जिनको समझ आती तो वो नहीं आती बिकॉज
Ah,
दे हैवंट बीन थ्रू इट. लेकिन आई
no
फील
one's
लाइक
mean like that.
या
I
बट
think no one's doing it to hurt you. It's just that they don't know. They don't realize what may happen. Aisha,
या आई एम रियली
Nadia Rehman lost her father,
या
um, I think before both of us.
यस जस्ट अ फ्यू मंथ्स बिफोर आई लॉस्ट माइन.
Yeah. So I remember she said this to me. She said to me कि Sam, लोगों का पास 2 मिनट नहीं है, या इतने हमारे सारे friends are well to do enough to pick up a phone and call you for a 2 minute call, which may cost them what, 30 rupees, 50 rupees, 100, 200, 1000 rupees in Pakistan, maybe 20 dirhams here. क्या फोन करके किसी को कंडोल कर लो? वही बात है ना आयशा, आप it
एंड
makes
आई
you realize how important you are to them.
या I've done that also, sent a condolence message on text. आई रियलाइज नाउ दैट दैट इज नॉट राइट, स्पेशली अगर आप किसी को अच्छी तरह जानते हैं. और फेसबुक पे तो, यीज unless somebody, I mean, like, just don't think that that's the place to condole and then never condoling after that.
Huh,
It's just
huh.
weird.
No, you do it instantly because nobody's answering your calls, right? So we all do. We
हाँ
all
हाँ
text
हाँ हाँ उसमें
people
लिख लेते
when
हैं कि
you
सॉरी
find out. You
या
text them saying that you've heard this and you're very sorry and all that. But then after a week, 10 days, 2 months, you call them also and then you condole with them. I have people here in Dubai who I've worked with, people who I've helped, these young girls who I've helped with their, work, I've promoted them, I've helped them. None of them called. एक टेक्स्ट मैसेज शायद करा होगा. नो कॉल. मैंने घर पे कंडोलेंसेस 2-3 हफ्ते की थी, 2-2 दिन की थी. आपके पास आधा घंटा नहीं, आप आके मिलने ना भी आओ, फोन कर लो, फोन करके आप कंडोल कर लो. और
या
जब फोन करो तो ऐसे एक्ट करो जैसे कुछ भी नहीं हुआ. सो देन यू ड्रॉप दोज पीपल.
या
there's no that कि अच्छा चलो गिव देम द. उस तरह के लोगों के लिए फिर आपने अपनी जान नहीं देनी ना. आपने उनके लिए कोई, आपने नेक्स्ट टाइम वो कॉल करेंगे कि आप प्लीज कैन यू डू दिस फॉर मी, कैन यू हेल्प मी दिस, कैन यू लाइक यू आर सो स्वीट, यू ऑलवेज प्रमोट मी. No, I'm not so sweet anymore, sorry.
या
Because you realize that you are nothing for them. You don't hold your importance in their eyes is zero.
या
They don't realize that you're doing things out of the goodness of your heart, not because you're an idiot.
हाँ बिल्कुल आई एंड आई फील लाइक फर्स्ट जो होते हैं जैसे मेरी एक स्टूडेंट है शी इज आई कांट टेल यू हाउ लवली शी इज फर्स्ट ईद आफ्टर बाबा's passing so she asked me कि क्या हाल है आप she continuously asked me that year कि आप कैसी हैं ये वो and then she'd say अच्छा आप ईद पे क्या करती थी normally so I told her what we used to do so she came specially and she brought something that she makes she's very well she makes things she's very well
Yeah,
I'm not taking her name but एक
yeah,
अपना टार्ट बना के खास मेरे लिए लेके आई बिकॉज फूड वाज एन इंटेग्रल
sweet.
थिंग अबाउट आवर फैमिली आल्सो ईद लंच
Yeah,
टेबल फुल ऑफ
yeah,
फूड वाज अ थिंग so she brought that and I was so touched कि that is and I feel one is blessed if you have such people in your life तो
yes,
आपका थोड़ा सोच लेते हैं सारे तो नहीं
बिल्कुल,
सोचेंगे हम भी नहीं हर एक के बारे में ऐसे सोचते
बिल्कुल सही.
आई फील दैट इफ ऐसे जब मौका होता है तो बेहतर है कि आप चले जाओ या फोन कर लो या
हाँ,
आई मीन
जाना चाहिए, हमेशा जाना चाहिए. अच्छा, टाइम
जाना तो
निकाल
चाहिए
के ना, थोड़ा सा टाइम निकाल के करना चाहिए. जब कर सको ना, जरूर करना चाहिए.
with many people Samia now what I do is that people that I know socially but उनसे अच्छी है उस तरह से मैं कई दफा अगर कुल पे अगर नहीं पहुंच बट मुझे होता है कि मैं वन ऑन वन जरूर मिलूं लाइक नॉट
Yeah.
जस्ट हाजिरी लगाना नहीं सिर्फ बट
हाँ,
आई
हाँ,
ट्राई एनीवे अच्छा सो थोड़ा सा टाइम रह गया है हमारे पास बट आई वांट टू
yeah.
आस्क दिस your take on what you thought you'd become versus what you have become what versus what you are now what who you thought you'd become versus who you are now.
I am, I think I'm a I'm very proud of myself of who I've become. I never thought I would achieve what I have achieved to date.
Mm,
I started at a very different place in life. My career took so many different paths and changes that have gone through the journey. I studied economics and finance initially. Then I went into education at Cambridge. Then I came back and worked in that field for a couple of years. And after I got married and moved to Karachi, I did that. But then because of my Canadian immigration, I had to travel a lot and I had to leave my full-time job. And that is when I realized that I had studied photography and makeup earlier, so I'll do that because I can do that on my own timing and did
mm,
really well, excelled in that.
mm,
And once I did that, I think once I excel in something, I feel I need to do something else. That's maybe how I am. And then I went into clothes, did really well for those 2 years at Apna, and then continued that, in Karachi. I would only export, I wouldn't do it there. And so I did that, and moving to Dubai, that had to come to a halt. And then here I joined PR, and then from there I went into blogging at COVID time. And mashallah, I think all of these changes, I have learned so many different things, Aisha. And
mm,
I think every step of the way, what I studied or what I did made me who I am today.
mm. Yeah.
So I think you never lose out on what you've experienced, or the kind of whatever you've achieved at the end is all part of the journey that you've been through,
Mm.
if I'm making sense.
Totally. Absolute
So
sense.
yeah, so I'm very happy where I am, and I'm very happy with where life has brought me. And I may not have been, I mean, I've always been a confident person, but I didn't realize that I would be so confident in social media and out there, and like, put my life out there. I
Mm.
didn't, I was, we also were brought up in that way कि नहीं बताओ, नहीं दिखाओ, नजर
Ah,
लग जाएगी, ये हो जाएगी. So I actually, I now don't believe in nazar as much as people do. I think that जितना हम सोचते हैं उसके बारे में, उतनी हमें लगेगी. It's like energies also. If you think of
yeah.
something, it'll happen to
Negative
you.
over हो
So
ही
I don't
जाए.
even think of it. I don't even think of it कि नजर लगी. I just think कि, कुछ होना है तो वो तो वैसे ही होना है.
हाँ,
सबके
बिल्कुल.
साथ कुछ ना कुछ तो होता ही रहता है, right? So it's my stupidity जिसकी वजह से कोई चीज खराब हो जाएगी या कुछ हो जाएगी. It's not nazar, you know. और अपने ऊपर कुल पढ़ते रहो अपने ऊपर,
Ah, and you're fine. You
so
don't
you're
attract
fine.
negativity.
You
Absolutely.
don't, I don't want to attract any negativity. So Alhamdulillah, Allah has been very, very kind to me. I think I couldn't have asked to be at a better place.
Good.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay. So, in 1 minute, Samia, what you wish you knew at 15?
Ooh, let me think for a second.
Think.
Ooh, I wish at 15 I knew that life is so short and it's going to whiz by so quickly. And we are now 51. So, life has really, I mean, Dadi used to say, or Nani used to say, कि आंख झपकते ही जिंदगी गुजर गई.
Mm.
Like a blink of an eye, your life goes by. And literally, I just feel we were just 15 and now we're 51. The 1 and 5 have flipped.
Yeah.
But not really anything, Aisha. I don't know. At 15, I think just I would just tell my 15-year-old self that everything will be fine. Don't worry about it.
Yes. Relax. That's what I would say. Relax.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sam, for this. It's been so
Thank
much
you.
fun, and I hope people who listen will enjoy this and maybe take something with
I
them.
hope they
That,
do.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
hope they do. And thank you for having me. I love you.
Thank you. Same to same. Bye.
See you. Bye.
See you.